Okay, welcome back to the third little video on setting up and organizing Weebly. Okay, now in here basically we have our build page. We have our pages, which is lined up here. This is according to how this theme works. We have our theme section. We have to change our theme, change the font and the theme options. Now each theme will have a different range. Some won't, some will. Okay. When we click on say change font, it will give us a whole new menu system for each of the fonts, depending on the different themes. So I'm going to click back on this arrow here, change the theme options. That will give me a full body off, so maybe I can just turn that on. Give me a full body, turn it off, or move the images in. So watch the image will move. Header gradient on or off, on. So it's small things like navigation on or off. That's not really doing anything at the moment, depending on the theme. Themes will move depending on what happens. Things will happen inside the theme. These are basically guides. There's obviously a spacer put there, and as you go through, these boxes can be moved, and you will see different parts will pop up as we scroll through. So I'm going to scroll down to here. This is a photograph. This is an image, and this is a spacer. These are spacer bars put in here. Text box, and this is another box a button's been put into. So these are all basically boxes which we're going to drag and drop over. They're already in there. We can change these to whatever we want. In the store, I'm going to give you a different overview of the store. There's a separate video here. I'm just going to close that. Settings as well. I'm going to give you a general view of going through all of these. Okay. At the moment, that's the name of our title. We've put that in already. But I'm going to go through that with you later on. So what I'm going to go back to the build page. Now I'm in the home page here at the moment. Now I'm just going to go over to say the contact us page and see what's in there. Basically there's nothing there at the moment in there. Now you can drag the elements into these boxes or outside these boxes depending on here. You can put in something as well if you want. So you can edit, replace the header layout. You can delete it, you can cancel it. You can go in here, edit the background, replace the background with your own images if you want. And then if you click this off here, it'll give you what Weebly will give you. Okay, so that's the background that Weebly has supplied. Now you can obviously change that if you want to scroll through these images here and choose whatever you want. That's purely up to yourselves what you want to choose. For the demonstration purposes, I'll just click on this one here, and I'll show you. It goes right across the whole of the top. I click that back, it'll give you what it was before. So notably, you'll see how it changes the whole view of it. Okay. So I'm going to cancel that because I'm not going to save that because it didn't do anything to us. I'm going to go back to what it was. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate, say, some of these features just up here. Now these features, as you can see here, are all basically drag and drop, and these are the dividers I was talking about here. But I'm going to talk about the basics here. The title, you can bring over a title. You'll have a blue line, so if you can pop in a title. Unless it drops into that area, nothing's going to happen. It'll just drop back again. So wherever the blue line is, that's where it will be, and you need to see a blue line. So if I move it above that and there isn't a blue line, nothing's going to happen. But I can put the blue line in there, basically, and it won't do anything. You need to do it where it pops up. There we are. Okay, and it will. There we go. Now I can go into here and I can then type in digital marketing portfolio 1.0, and then go back to capital M, capital M here, and I can then select that just like you would as a WYSIWYG in Word, bold it if I wanted to bold it, and change the color of the font if I wanted to change it to red, make it bigger, smaller, and so on and so forth. And that basically gives you an idea about how you would use it. In here, you can basically drag over, say, a gallery. So we'll put a gallery in here, and it will basically give you an idea about loading up images. So I click on the images, and I can actually load up images in there from my own portfolio on my own computer, and that will ask you from computers from my own computer, or I can drag them into this area, drag them off my desktop into this area at the moment. Okay, or I can delete it by clicking on this and say delete, and you can delete it if you want to do that. I can bring over an image over here and put in an image at the top, and it will divide it up. So the image will then, will be one image at the top, and I can change and do that, search for images if I wanted to, and so on and so forth as well. And I can bring in a slideshow as well to the top of it as well. We'll do the same thing, and I can click in here to what my slideshows will be, how I want them to look. So I want these sort of arrows you see here that you have on a lot of websites, or it can be like this. We have thumbnails at the bottom and they jump from each thumbnail, or you can have numbers, or you can have them to the top, sort of to the right here, or multiple to the right, so you have double thumbnails to the right. And that's what allows you at the moment on this basic free plan. I can choose maybe that one there, or maybe just this one here, and just continue. And that will allow me to just upload multiple images from my computer by holding control, the control key if it's a PC, or the command key if it's a Mac. Okay, and you can then drop in all your images into these spaces. In terms of a map, you can then drag over a map, and you can put in a map, the Google map, and you can just basically put in the address for the map. That will come up here. It will automatically default to San Francisco, so be wary of that. And then you just basically put in, I'm just going to put in Carlo. It's quite easy, really. I'm just going to put Carlo. Click on the map, or click off the map. Just click here and just wait for it to load. Okay, and there we go. It has uploaded the Carlo map. It's quite simple, really. So there we go. All right, now. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm now going to show you some other sections as well. The map takes some time to load, so I wouldn't worry about that. And you can actually sort of also put in a specific address in there as well, so it will actually put in a balloon exactly where that is. So this is very general, so it's quite powerful from that point of view. I'm going to end this in about 10 minutes, and then come back in later on with some other ideas about how all these here work. Obviously, YouTube, you drag it over here, and that will give you the opportunity to dropping in the details from YouTube. So here, basically, at the moment, it's given me YouTube. I can click on that, and I can then put in the URL for the YouTube in here, and that will then display. and I can actually then change position and the spacing, etc. in there. And you need to experiment with this sort of stuff so you can actually use it and to figure out how your website's going to work. And don't be frightened to actually make mistakes with this, because they're very easy to fix. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next video.